Hello everyone, it's me, Sarah, and today I'm going to be showing you the books that I'm trying to unhaul. I've tried already once to unhaul these books, and it did not go successfully. This is only half of the original amount that I had. I unhauled about half of them on my birthday in April. I got like $12 for them, so I bought my hardcover copy of Clockwork Princess. So that was a great birthday gift for myself. But I need to get rid of these books because they're currently just sitting in my room and I have nowhere to put them. They're collecting dust and I don't want them anymore, and that's about it. Yeah, and I was a fool. I wanted a big bookshelf like every booktuber and every like book influencer on the internet, but I now realize that it's kind of unrealistic. Plus, I don't want to buy another bookshelf, and I'm on the verge of having to, and I don't want to. Also, sorry if the lighting is very dark. I'm trying to make do. Like I said, there's no good lighting in my house, and all the other spots that I could film are unavailable at the moment. So the first two books that I'm planning to unhaul are Rebel Belle and Miss Mayhem by Rachel Hawkins. These are book 1 and 2 of the Rebel Belle series. I read these like 4 or 5 years ago. I enjoyed them when I read them, so obviously like I bought the second one since I liked the first one so much. But just recently I did read Rachel Hawkins, the 2 books in her Royal series. I don't know if it's just a duology or if she's writing a 3rd book. I quite enjoyed those, so part of me wants to keep these to like reread them and see if they are actually like as enjoyable as I remember. But I think I'll be passing on them, so I'll probably just give these to Value Village because the bookstore that I tried to give them to didn't want them. So the next book that I have that I'm unhauling is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. I tried to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone like 5 years ago. A long time, like 5 years ago. I didn't really like it, but I bought the second one at Value Village because it was there and it was $5, and I was like, you know what if I get around to reading the first one? I haven't, and I don't think I ever will, so I'm just going to give this back to Value Village. The next book that I'm getting rid of, this book was hyped up on like 2015, 2016 BookTube so much. Like the big channels were talking about this and reading this, so obviously I picked it up. It's Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. I read all 3 of them. To say they weren't the best is kind of an understatement. I didn't really like all 3 of them, so obviously that's why I didn't buy the other 2. I bought the first one because I was intrigued. It's like a time travel book. It kind of reminds me of The Infernal Devices, but like not the good parts of The Infernal Devices. It's fine. It's in really good condition, so I'm just going to be giving this to Value Village because the bookstore that I tried, again, to give it to, they didn't have any need for it. So I'm probably just going to give it to Value Village or see if I can give it to someone or sell it online. I don't know. This next book that I'm going to be getting rid of is Prodigy by Marie Lu. I already got rid of Champion because I sold it earlier this year. I don't have a need for these books. I enjoyed the Legend trilogy when I read them like 4 years ago, but I have no need for them on my shelf, and this one's kind of in not good condition. I also got this one at Value Village for like $5. So I'm just going to go give it back to Value Village, pass it on to someone who will enjoy this and want to have it. I have no need for it. So these next books, I got both of these on release day. One of them came out the same day as A Court of Mist and Fury did back in 2016. So obviously I got both of those. And those are The Heir and the Crown by Kiera Cass. And this is like the continuation of the Selection series, which honestly, as bad as the Selection is, it's so addictive, and I read all 3 of them in 3 days, like when I read them 4 years ago when I was like 12. So I wanted to read these so badly because I cared, and I wanted to know like the continuation of the story, but they kind of suck, and Edelin's kind of like really whiny, so why would I ever reread these? I do think that The Heir is the prettiest of all the covers though. I love this dress and this background, but I have no need for these. I don't want to even like think about them because they're just not good, and I don't want them on my shelf. So, as well as the Selection stories, I got this at Value Village. I have no like inclination to read these at all. I don't care. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna give it back to Value Village. That's about it. I don't want this. So these last 2 groups of books might be a little controversial. My opinion on these 2 authors, these 2 series, whatever, don't really like them, so that's why I'm getting rid of them. And so the first set is 2 of my John Green books. I am keeping The Fault in Our Stars because I genuinely enjoyed that one, and I don't think it's like poor. I think it's his best work. I would be open to reading Turtles All the Way Down. Not right now, though. I'm going to be giving away or getting rid of Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska. I tried to read Looking for Alaska last year. I could barely get, let's see, like 30 pages in because I was like, I just can't do this. This is too pretentious and stupid. I don't really like John Green's writing. I don't like his plots. I read an abundance of Catherine's when I was in the 6th grade, which probably was not the best choice because there was too much math in it, and it kind of went over my head, which is kind of to be expected when you're like a 12-year-old reading one of these. But I did read Paper Towns before the movie came out. It's mediocre. That's all I'm really going to say. I don't have any strong feelings for these books. Now, these last 3 books, I still have no idea how BookTube in general, like as a consensus, feels about these books. I feel like if you're an older reader, like if you were in middle school or high school when these books came out, I think that you love them and you don't want to hear slander about them. But I read these like 3 years ago. I'm keeping the first one because it was a gift. So I'm keeping that one, and I actually would genuinely reread that one for fun. But I'm going to be getting rid of my copies of the Twilight series. I have a lot of thoughts about these. I think that the plot, and it really did open up a whole new world of YA literature for like young adults and especially like young women. So I think these are very foundational. But do I think that they have any actual literary merit? Like the writing? Not really. I hated Eclipse. I'm just going to say it. I hated Eclipse. My favorite was New Moon because Edward was not there, and I love Jacob. Not that I'm team Jacob because he never really had a team anyways. He never really had a shot. But Jacob is my favorite character in this whole series. I hate that he imprinted. I hate it. But New Moon is my favorite because it was literally just Jacob and Bella hanging out and no Edward. Did I say no Edward? I hate Edward. So I'll be getting rid of all of these. You can literally walk into any Value Village or Goodwill or any secondhand bookstore and find at least 3 copies of this series. So I don't really feel bad returning it. So those are all the books that I will be unhauling or trying to unhaul. I've already tried once. I think I'll just like cave and go to Value Village. I'm trying to get money for some of these because I did buy them. So I don't want it to be like I wasted my money on books that I don't like or don't want. That's about it. I will see you in my next video. Sorry this one is literally so late. I got very sick last week and then I went camping with my family. So I didn't really have a chance to film anything. Hopefully I'll have more videos up soon. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.